I'm Maria Carr, and I'm here with Tony Caputo, who is cooking flowers for us today.
Wahoo.
Wahoo!
Yeah. Yeah. Zucchini flowers.
Zucchini flowers.
Now, anyone that's grown zucchini probably has seen these.
When
they're on the plant, they open up and they're just beautiful and they're
are
bright yellow. These are the ones that are on the stem, not the ones on the end of the zucchini itself.
Oh.
Big difference here, big difference. Here's what I'm going to do. I want to get a couple of these in the oil cooking, and then we'll talk about what else we can do. Okay. So let's put them in our batter. We'll drain off, because this takes a couple minutes. We got nice hot oil here, and I'm just using olive oil. So we'll let that go like that.
You use olive oil even for frying?
For this frying, because we're going to be over and done with this. If I were frying chicken for, you know, a half an hour or whatever it takes to fry chicken, I don't think I'd want to use olive oil.
What would you use?
I would use probably peanut oil. Let's say peanut oil.
Ah, interesting. I've used coconut oil sometimes.
Coconut oil takes heat very well. Yeah. So that you know, there are many alternatives out there. So we've got these, and here's what goes into this batter. Let's talk about the batter first. Batter. There is a half a cup of water.
Half a cup of water.
A half a cup of beer. 2 eggs lightly beaten.
Right.
And a cup of unbleached flour. Or we go to the Asian store and buy tempura batter. Because tempura batter is really good. And I'll tell you, I say the Asian store because these don't have additives.
Oh, that's great.
You know,
that makes a big difference.
And a lot of the stuff you buy in the grocery store, you know, bless our grocery stores, we have great food supply.
Yes, we do.
But some of them have a little bit too much additive for my liking.
So, I feel the same way. Now, I have a question, though.
Yes.
If you're using the tempura batter, do you use the eggs still?
You don't use anything.
You
open up that package and do just what it says. And you'll get just about the same product.
Oh, I like that. That's a lot simpler.
Yeah, and they turn out just beautiful and light. So here's what we can do. These are some alternatives. This is just the plain flour, and you can see that's what I've got here. Let's do this, Maria. We can take this. Some people like to remove the pistil, but you know, we don't really care.
Yeah, one way. If
let's
it's edible, let's.
Yeah. We can take.
Now, what is that?
This is fresh mozzarella.
Oh, yum.
And we're going, look at the color from the flour.
That is so great.
And we're going to put a little bit of cheese in here. That's quite a bit of cheese,
actually. Did you see that? Can you see the yellow on that cheese? That's just from this.
From the flour,
little tiny bit. That's the pollen on it.
Now we're going to dip this. Now what you have to do with these, hence the glove, you twist that, and then that will stay closed theoretically. Theoretically.
So that the cheese doesn't ooze out too easily.
Yes.
Okay.
No oozing allowed.
No oozing allowed.
Let's do this one, because here's what I have here. This is called a fresh white anchovy, and they're not salty. They're cured in oil and vinegar usually, and we'll put that in there and do the same thing.
I love this. I would never have thought to do this.
Well, that's why you asked me to come here today.
That's why I asked you to come here every week.
Oh, okay.
Because you just show me these amazing things.
And again, we'll twist that one also.
Okay.
And I've got gooey hands. Now let's take this out. It only takes a minute for these to cook.
Yeah, I noticed. They're very quick.
We don't really need them to brown.
Okay, and you're draining them on paper towels?
Paper towels, and it works well also if you just put them on like a cookie sheet. And then these are still kind of sitting in some oil.
What about a paper bag? Somebody told me once that paper bags are good for draining things that you fried.
Very good for draining things, and you know, then we're recycling something too.
Right, exactly.
So that's always good to recycle.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Come on, put some cheese
I'm going to do this? Okay.
Yeah, you're up to bat.
Oh, I'm going to take out the pistol.
You don't have to.
I don't have to,
but you can.
Just to make room, you know.
Yeah,
just to make room there. There we go.
There. Now, I'll dip that if you want so you don't get all gooey.
Right, okay. And then you're going to twist it?
Yeah, I'll dip and twist.
Yeah, I always like to get my hands in there.
Yeah. Well.
First dirt, and then cheese, and...
And when you or you're working in oil this hot, you don't even need to wash your hands after you've been in it. Don't worry about it. People will take us seriously.
I know. I did clean my hands.
Yeah. So this is the story, and zucchini flowers will be on. You know, if you have a zucchini plant, you have millions of flowers. You have So these are readily available all year.
So I'm thinking that somewhat, you know how it is when you plant zucchini, you have, like, they grow overnight, or sometimes I think they watch until you're not looking and then they grow. And they just inundate you, and you have to like sneak them into your neighbor's porch and all that kind of stuff. So this was probably an idea that came up as people were trying to figure out how to get rid of all the zucchinis, get them before they turn into zucchini.
Well, and this is a very, very old traditional Italian recipe. And as you know, that people lived on the land. And so whatever was edible got eaten. And it just turns out that they're so good that we still do that. Some of the things I'm sure that they used to do, we don't do anymore because it was only to keep alive. This is really good. True.